Hello everyone. As you probably know, I wasn't planning on coming on tonight. However, literally minutes after I got off stream last night, I checked my Twitter and I'd seen that Ready to Glow had posted up that she was worried because she'd been trying to get hold of the Josh vlog all day and she hadn't been able to get hold of him because of tweets that he was tweeting not last night, the night before, and he has a history of depression, and he was sounding very depressed and very down, very low yesterday. So, she'd been trying to get hold of him all day, and then she received an email saying, "Are you a friend of Josh's? I'm his counsellor. We think something might have happened." And then I think she replied back, or there was a second email saying that the counsellor had been told that Josh had passed on and that somebody would probably be in touch with her to find out who he's been in contact with and who he's been talking to and things. She is waiting for a response back because she said, "I need to know who you are, I need to know where you work, I need confirmation about the fact that this is true, because none of us know his full name. I do have a possible real name, but it could be wrong. And there's horrible things on his locale which have literally only gone up in like the past week, and because this involves two of the people that we talk about, John and Jory, obviously that affects it. Now, when I originally watched the live stream last night from Ready to Glow, when I actually went on, because I watched it on YouTube, I think. I can't remember, but when I originally clicked on it, Joy was on it, so I was like, right, okay, so I watched it. And because there's been issues between the Josh vlog and Joy in the past, somebody had said, "Oh well, Joy was speaking about him the other day when she was doing a live stream, and she was bad mouthing him type of thing." And somebody managed to get Joy into the chat onto you now, and then Red to Glow guested her, and she just basically said that apparently the Josh vlog had blackmailed her, that either she gives him a call out or a shout out, or he's going to publish this expose or something. Which I don't, as you guys full well know, I don't trust Joy as far as I can throw her. And there's the fact that apparently somebody had turned around to the Josh vlog's boss and said, rung his boss and said, "There's a possibility he's, one of them." The same thing John's been calling everybody else. So there's a fear that John's done that and that it's caused a downward spiral, but we have no confirmation either way at the moment. A lot of people have been trying to get hold of Josh Vlog. He shut his YouTube channel down because of the threats. We're hoping that he's just literally gone underground to protect his kid, and he's moved from Japan to South Korea. I'm guessing in order to protect his kid as well, because of threats. I'm not doing threats as in I don't believe the threats to be real, because we all know a certain person likes to throw threats around. Well, but two people do. And when you have a situation like this, the situation with Peter is bad. It is really bad, but so is this. If this is backtracked to John or Joy, then both of them could be in severe trouble. But we just have to wait and see. On this one, I do keep checking Ready to Glow's YouTube, Twitter channel to see if there's any news, and at the moment there isn't. She's checking her emails all the time, but because she's away, she can't check, or she can't go on you now because she's not in a area with decent internet. So as her and her husband have gone on a bit of a holiday. But this is horrible, and if this is due to you know him, this is due to either of them, or a combination of the two of them, because we all know how bad Cookie and his cult are, and we all know how bad Joy and her fans are. A very good friend of mine was essentially pushed off the internet because of a fandom, and other YouTubers have been pushed off the internet because of fandoms. And people say, yeah, well, it's not my job. And it's like, well, actually, yeah, it is. I know for a fact that the vast, if not all, of my subscribers would literally have my back the whole time. And yeah, I've lost some because I've done videos on a certain person that they like, which is fine because I'm allowed to have my opinions on certain YouTubers, such as John and Joy. If people don't agree with my opinions, that's up to them. But at the end of the day, none of my guys would be so nasty and to say the type of things that the Cookie family, the Titty family, whatever you want to call them, and Joy's guys do, because it is absolutely stomach wrenching the type of thing these people come out with. The comments I've had from Cookie's fans are, in this country, a criminal act. I haven't reported them to the police because it's just somebody being a... I know. Bentley just said, I totally understand why Josh is taking his channel down, but it's frustrating as hell that we can't show support. I know, but it's just the email that has everybody worried. Whether I'm hoping it's a hoax, I'm hoping it's just somebody playing a really, really nasty trick. But I feel for Ed Sclair if it isn't, because she was really close to him, and it really hurt her. She was literally, most of the stream, she was in tears. She was a mess. And when a lot of people say, yeah, but it's just online, it's like, yeah, just because it's online doesn't mean it stays online, especially when you have people that contact people's employers, which to me is absolutely asinine. To contact somebody's employers, to contact somebody who pays somebody else's living and say something that is categorically false is the epitome of being an asshole. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, I do hope Josh is just hiding. I do hope Josh is staying away from the internet for the time being. I do hope that Josh is safe and that he's okay. But because of his history of depression and because of the messages he was leaving, we are a little bit worried. Even if he just replied to Ready to Glare, that'd be fine. But because we don't know where he is, and we have this email, it's causing a lot of us to be worried. And I'm just hoping he's gone underground to protect his daughter, above all else. And it's like, I was reading the locale on him the other day, and some of it, he's literally gone up in the last couple of days, and it's like, really? It really worries me, and I know it's worrying a lot of people. I have messaged him on Twitter, I have messaged him on Snapchat. My messages haven't been read, so he hasn't checked his Twitter. And for him to receive my messages off Snapchat, he has to accept me as a friend, which sucks, but I understand it. In the fact of if he's trying to hide from people. But why would somebody in their right mind try to ruin people's lives over Christmas. And we all know John has a history of saying people are. He has a history of it. He's done it with Santa, he's done it with Nick, he's done it with. This is the second time he's done it with Peter. He's done it with so many others. It's his go-to insult. But this time he's gone too far, and a lot of people are actually in Peter's corner and are actually saying, look, we need to stand up to John. The fact, and this is one thing that's really pissing me off, is Twitter's not done anything, and neither has YouTube. Both channels are still up as far as I'm aware. But yeah, both channels are still up as far as I'm aware. Yep. Yeah, both of the channels are still up. And it's absolutely stomach wrenching that Martin Lewis got his channel taken down because people were buying dislikes and buying likes and did false claims of this, that, and the other. But yet John claims that somebody is and he's allowed to keep his channel. Now, he did have the video on his main channel, and then oh no, if I get a strike, that means I lose this channel with all 300,000 subscribers. Better put it off that channel. So he's put it off that channel and put it onto his second channel, where he's like, well, I can get a couple of. But, and it's a case of what worries me is, it makes me laugh that people get their channel taken away for something so asinine as buying dislikes or likes, but yet somebody who basically slanders and defamates somebody is allowed to keep their channel, and someone who's allowing cyberbullying to happen keeps their channel, but it doesn't get violated. But yet one of Joy's fans, who definitely broke YouTube's terms of service, got her channel taken down, but yet the bigger channels don't, like Sam Pepper didn't. So I do have a lot of issues with that. I know there's nothing I can do about it at the moment until all the dust settles, and we just have to wait and see. John is MIA as well. He's not really been on social media the last couple of days, but considering the fact that this has backfired so hard, I'm not surprised. I would be surprised if it came back at all. How fast his channel is dying. He makes me feel sick. He really does make me feel sick. I am beside myself with worry over the Josh, because he was a decent guy, and all he ever seemed to want to do was to prove that somebody was not what they appeared to be. And his form of investigation rivals, in a lot of senses, a true reporter. And instead of attacking, John should have taken notes. I just hope, for everybody's sake, that the Joshua's just gone underground. I really do. But he needs to at least tell Ready to Glow that everything's okay, because she is panicking. She was literally in tears on her live stream last night, and the fact that he's getting away with this pisses me off so much that it makes me feel sick. It's like I was looking at Twitter earlier today, and I was reading it like back and forwards, and it's like, well, if this is if what you say is true, then why have you done something? I have done something. I've done a video. Bitch, please. If you seriously think that somebody is abusing children, your brain would say, hold on a minute. Video or authorities? And he's saying, yeah, but I'm in the UK. And it's like, one quick phone call would get you in touch with the appropriate places to ring in the US. Not one quick phone call. One quick Google search will find you the number for you to ring in the US. Just like if it was the other way around, people in the US will be able to find the number to use to ring somebody here in the UK, which is what a lot of people have done and reported John to the police. So that might be another reason why he's gone silent, because he has been reported to the police for this. But John is very much skating on a very thin piece of ice. Whether this is John related, Joy related, a mixture of the two, or something completely unrelated, I don't know. I just know that both John and Joy have had running, shall we say, with the Josh vlogs, and usually when we're talking about either of those, the other one automatically usually comes up, because there's always, don't know why, but the behaviours seem to be linked, and they're very, very similar, and really concerns me. So, but I just wish he'd get in touch with somebody. I really do wish he'd get in touch with somebody, because we are absolutely worried sick over what's going on. I'm just checking my Twitter. No, nothing yet. So just have to wait and see. But it does worry me, and I know it worries also of you guys. I had a few people say, "Are you going to do a video on the Josh vlog?" And I couldn't not. I just hope, Josh, if you see this, please contact Ready to Glare, because she is petrified. And if anybody knows anything about where he is, or if they've seen him in the last day, or if they've heard from him in the last day, please let Ready to Glare know. Now, apparently John had said that he was in the Josh vlog was in a celebrated mood on Snapchat. Yeah, last night. But with it being John, we don't know, because it's John and he talks out of his ass. So we just have to wait and see what happens. And I just hope he's safe. I really do. But if he isn't, and something has happened, and it's straight back to John, he's going to be even more trouble, because the laws in this country are very strict. So, and Peter is aware of it. He did speak about it briefly at the beginning of his last live stream on YouNow last night, and he said that he is aware of it, but because he doesn't know much, there's no point in talking about it, because he doesn't know anybody knows him or anything like that. So, but it annoys me. I know it annoys you guys. That people who blackmail others and treat others like this are allowed to keep their channels. Anyway, we'll just find which video it's on. If you guys want to sign the change.org petition to get John's channel taken down. It's on my one of my last videos. I think it must have been last night's live stream. So I would definitely go over there and sign that. If it's not there, it'll probably be on my Twitter. I know it's on a lot of people's Twitter, and I would definitely sign it. I'm just hoping that something does come out of this and we figure out what's going on, and that John doesn't get away with this again, because he shouldn't be able to get away with shit like this. Not anymore. Not after all the shit he's already pulled. Anyway, I'm going to log off. It's just a brief live stream just so that I can say that I know what's going on. I have tried to get in touch with him. I keep watching Ready to Glare, and that we know he's had interactions not of the greatest sense with both John and Joy, and that both or either could have attributed to this, but we aren't as knowing for certain exactly what's happened. We just have to wait and see. Like I said, I just hope he's gone underground to protect his kid. But yeah, please share this live stream. Share Ready to Glow's live stream from last night. Ready to Glow's tweets. Please share them so that somebody can try and find this guy. If you've got any friends in South Korea, ask them to check things out for you. Anything. Please guys, anything. Okay? Stay safe, be good, have fun, and I'll still see you tomorrow. So, see you soon.